On this episode of All Systems Go, we say farewell to a legendary duo.
Learn how a franchise saved an industry.
And then dance with Lovecraftian horrors.
All Systems Go starts right now.
Hello and welcome to All Systems Go, the show that narrowly avoided getting canceled last week. I'm Tony Pepperoni.
And I'm Ian the Dinosaurs. But before we start, we'd like to congratulate our entertainment director, Garrett Miller, on some good news. Ladies and gentlemen, he's gonna be a papa.
If it's a boy, name him Dan. If it's a girl, Katya. Dan, Katya. Dan, Katya.
Yes, a good, strong Russian name. Let's get into today's news. We start tonight's episode with sad news. After nearly 30 years of making bangers, the French music duo Daft Punk have hung up their helmets. They announced their retirement through a video called Epilogue, which features one of them exploding. The pair had a stellar career, netting themselves a movie soundtrack, 6 Grammys, and a multitude of other awards. They are arguably some of the most influential music makers in recent years, and they will be missed.
I know this seems like everyday life, but there is still a pandemic out there. And Sony is looking out for all of its gamers by reviving its Play at Home initiative. They are giving away free PS4 games to anyone looking to stay indoors and game, like a hero would do. And if that's not enough to improve your reality, why not escape from it? Sony announced plans for the next-gen PSVR happening ASAP for PS5, adding more immersion, fancy new controllers. Ooh woo, Sony. Ooh woo.
Big announcements from BlizzCon this weekend. Highlights include a Blizzard arcade collection, major patches for World of Warcraft Shadowlands, and a new expansion called Burning Crusade Classic. Hearthstone not only gets the Forged in the Barrens expansion, but a brand new Mercenaries mode to boot. Diablo 4 receives a Rogue Class Edition, and Diablo 2 Resurrected was announced. Capland also gave us a slew of details for Overwatch 2, but no release date. And finally, Metallica revealed their new sound called Twitch Copyright Evasion.
Last Thursday, the Mars rover Perseverance, lovingly called Percy, landed in the Jezero crater. The rover was launched from Cape Canaveral last July on Sunday. NASA received a transmission from Percy that contained 142 images of its landing site. These images give us the first high-definition look at the crater, which is a 3.9 billion-year-old dry lake bed. Percy's still to roam the crater, searching for signs of life for the next 2 years.
Another superhero is joining the ranks of the DCEU, and that hero is Blue Beetle. Yes, the Blue Beetle will be getting his own movie. It will be directed by Angel Manuel Soto. This will also be the first live-action superhero with a Latinx lead character. Nobody's been cast for the role yet, but the film will start production this upcoming fall.
When we return, my main man here, Ian, and will show us some exclusive early access look at the game Valheim.
And not Tony, gives us an insight on the history of Mortal Kombat movies. Don't go anywhere, I mean it. It's been 24 years since the last Mortal Kombat movie, and 26 since the last good one. Our own Danimal gives us a brief history on the role Mortal Kombat movies played in saving the future of video game movies.
Early 90s is when Hollywood first took an interest in the idea of turning our video games into movies after the home console market boomed and started making a lot of money. And of course, it didn't take long for them to choose their very first property, the Mario Brothers. Released in 1993 to poor critical reception and a worldwide box office return that didn't even meet its budget, that was strike one. Followed up by the financial flop that was Double Dragon immediately after, strike two. The movies were bad, getting costly, and Hollywood was losing interest in the new concept, and despite the success of Street Fighter to help get the ball rolling again, it wasn't really until 1995 with the Paul W.S. Anderson directed Mortal Kombat did studios truly start to see it be feasible for video game movies to be profitable and good when put into the right hands. Unlike the Mario movie, Paul W.S. Anderson stuck to the game's core and respected the property. While the film received mixed praise from the critics, fans absolutely loved it, and that's all that mattered. The film sat at #1 for 3 weeks and was the second highest opener for the month of August and made over 6 times its budget. The games were hot, the movie was hot, and production company New Line Cinema wanted a sequel. Like, now. Problem was, Paul WSA was also busy with Event Horizon, and the studio started burning out writers and directors almost right up into production, and because poor decisions were being made with haste, we got Mortal Kombat Annihilation. A movie with twice the budget as the predecessor, but not even half as good or profitable. Pretty much strike 3. Video game movies were seen as a financial risk and the concept was shelved. That was until 2001 when Lara Croft Tomb Raider netted nearly $300 million worldwide. And guess what? Hollywood had an epiphany. As long as it's based on a highly recognizable property and there's enough respect to the source material to keep it from becoming a dumpster fire, people are going to pay money to see it. They started smacking the green light button so fast that we went from a video game film every few years to a few video game films every year. We would have to wait a really long time for another MK installment though. The games technically ended in 2006 with Armageddon, and Midway Company was done with the combat. It wasn't until the games were rebooted in 2K9 with the highly successful MK9, along with the outstanding 8-minute short film Mortal Kombat Rebirth in 2010, did studio heads dust off the movie rights to get another installment rolling. And despite all of our hopes and expectations for another film, we wound up getting a miniseries that was released straight to Machinima's YouTube channel and became heavily censored over time. And it's not like the web series was bad, it just wasn't what we wanted. Luckily, with the success of the next 2 games and the animated Scorpion movie, a new installment in the Mortal Kombat film franchise was finally greenlit. And after 24 years, we will finally have our Mortal Kombat movie. And that's your very brief rundown on Mortal Kombat's role in the history of video game movies. Have a great day.
This week, my dear friend Ian decided to play Valheim and wanted to tell us about it. Sit back and relax as he takes us on an epic journey of Vikings and the power of friendship. Let's see what he thought.
Move over, Rust. There's a new survival game in town, and the game's name is Valheim. Valheim is in early access right now, but it is absolutely fantastic. In the words of Reggie Fils-Aimé,
the game is fun.
Valheim takes its roots from Viking culture and Nordic myth, and from the very first moment when you spawn into the game, it really takes root in that inspiration. You get carried in by a Valkyrie, you get dropped down, it's a rainstorm, it's insane, and then the rain clears and the sun comes out and you get surrounded by this sense of peace as the Meadows theme creeps in and you see the sunlight, and it keeps that same feeling throughout the entirety of the game. So if you're exploring, or you're trying to build a house in the middle of the meadows, or even if you're just fishing in the lake for food, it just keeps that nice relaxed atmosphere to keep you calm and enjoying your time. And like a lot of other games in recent years, specifically survival games, one of the core pieces of the game is grinding for experience, loot, what have you. There's a skill system in the game that automatically levels whenever you do a certain task. So if you run around the map, you level up your run skill automatically, and it just reduces the amount of stamina it takes to do that. And there's also really hard progression limits. So if you go into an area before you're ready, you die almost instantly. It's a hard punish. You can get crushed by trolls, you can get frozen, you can freeze to death, hypothermia, whatnot. You get poisoned, killed by a big sea serpent, eaten by a dragon, you get the picture. But once you beat the boss that's supposed to preface that area and you level your gear a little bit, you just breeze through all of those obstacles that were keeping you back, and they become a normal part of gameplay, and it's extremely satisfying. But for me, what makes Valheim an especially great game is its multiplayer. And like multiplayer in a lot of games, it's just you hang out with your buddies. But with this game specifically, adding more people makes it easier. Not just doing combat, but a lot of the game focuses on building and keeping yourself alive. And when you have a community of friends to help you, you can split up responsibilities, you can share resources with each other, and you can help protect each other from random horde attacks. And it makes it really easy to immerse yourself into the game, because it really feels like you're out here with your friends trying to survive in Valheim. And it's fantastic. I can't wait for the game to get a full release and for them to expand on the feeling of a community that you get when you play with other people. And I can't wait for them to have more things that you can do, because from the roughly 40 hours that I've played so far, I can't get enough of it. It is a solid 8.5 out of 10 right now, and it's not even a full release yet.
Hey Tony, you know what sounds good right now?
What?
A discussion about Nintendo.
I was just thinking the same thing! Did we just become best friends?
I don't think so. Sorry, buddy. Discussion panel coming up, people. Stick around.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's comment section. Today we'll be discussing the 2021 Nintendo Direct. Here with me I have Ian, Liam, and Tony. As you heard last week, there are some pretty exciting announcements. Let's see what our cast has to say about them. Overall, what are your thoughts about the announcements? Are you happy, disappointed? Liam, what do you think?
I was pretty happy about the Direct. I think Nintendo's in for a pretty big year, honestly. I'm pretty excited for these games.
And Ian or Tony?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I think Nintendo did a good job announcing a lot of their good games. I mean, Skyward Sword was definitely a big one. It's been 10 years since it got released on the Wii, so I think we've been due for a remastered version of Skyward Sword. So that's what I'm really happy about.
I feel there wasn't enough for me personally. They announced like a lot of turn-based games, and I'm not really into that. But they announced that were for me. Love them.
That's awesome. I was actually pretty okay with it. I mean, nothing really, really excited me besides Miitopia, but it was pretty good for what it was. So, moving on to the next question. Was there anything you wish you could have seen? Like, for example, I wish we could have had a remastered Tamagotchi Life. That's just me. Liam?
Two specific things that I actually really wish we got to see more was the Star Wars Hunter game. They only showed us like a quick little cinematic clip and then like no actual gameplay or nothing. It was really quick, and I was really interested in that. And then, I mean, the second thing that I really wanted to see was just some content for the sequel to Breath of the Wild, but they said we'll get that later, so I'll wait. I'm content with Skyward Sword
yeah, they
right
at
now,
least
too.
touched upon it. Liam or Tony, or Ian or Tony?
I also really wanted to see Breath of the Wild news, but I gotta admit, them having that guy come up and say, "No, I know you wanted news, but I don't have that right now." That was pretty funny. I also would have liked to see something from the Pokemon Company because they've been doing some things on their Twitter that's got me really interested in their next project, but I guess we're gonna have to wait to see.
Personally, I was disappointed that we did not hear anything about the Metroid 4 Prime game.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
they announced
this
that, like, what, 2
game,
years ago?
they've announced this game in 2017. I was only about to arrive to my senior year of high school at the time, and now I'm a junior in college. So, I mean, they had to restart the game because apparently the team that was working on Metroid Prime 4 originally did not do a good job. So Nintendo did a reset. Was like, okay, we're going to give this project to the guys who made the other Metroid Prime games, which they should have done before, in my opinion. But, I mean, Nintendo, we're a little overdue. If you could show me something, I'll even take a teaser title again, for God's sake. Just please give me my Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, and even besides the Tamagotchi Life, like remastered, I wish something more than just new outfits on Animal Crossing. Like, that's just, it got so big. But, so there's these things such as crack ships in fandoms, which are just like two people together, they would never work. What is your crack game or an idea that should be in the next Nintendo Direct, but it will never, ever happen? Ian?
Me?
Yeah.
Ace Attorney. I want another Ace Attorney game. I played through the first 3. I plan on playing Apollo Justice and the next 2 that are on the 3DS, and I want another one. It'll never happen, but I want it so bad. What about you, Tony?
You know what would be a cracked ship? Splatoon and Fire Emblem. If we have a Splatoon game in the Fire Emblem style, you know what I mean?
So like a turn-based
Turn-based but Splatoon game, strategy Splatoon game. Like the Inkling Wars or something like that. Because I think they have like a whole story. They have all this lore about like a great war or something like that. I would love to like see something like that, but in like a Fire Emblem strategy-esque way. But I know Nintendo will never do something like that though.
Liam, what are your thoughts? Do you have anything that you would like to see would never happen?
I don't know if it's never gonna happen, but I feel like I've been waiting for Sora from Kingdom Hearts to get put into Super Smash for a while. For a while now, and now I'm starting to think they might not give it to me.
Yeah, last year was the 10th anniversary of Danganronpa, and we all know I might be the biggest Danganronpa stan there is. And I was really hoping for like Monokuma or Junko to be in Smash, but of course, nothing ever came of that. So I don't know what to do about that.
Tony and I were even talking earlier. What character did they bring in from Square Enix already?
Sephiroth.
Yeah,
they brought back Sephiroth.
Yeah, so I got like super excited. Like maybe they're gonna bring Sora next. Nope.
Of course.
Nope.
You're never gonna get what you want.
Probably not. I just want to see a Keyblade in Super Smash. That's all I want.
Literally. What more can this man be asking for? All right, coming up, we have our producer Corey and castmate Liam here playing The Shore. Will they make it through bravely, or will the waves be salty from their tears? You don't want to miss this. Don't swim away.
This last weekend, Corey and Liam, that's Liam, not Ian, took a trapeze across the shore, a recent Lovecraftian spooky game that just appeared on Steam. I hope they cry. Let's see.
Hey gang, all systems go here. We're playing The Shore today. It's Corey.
And it's Liam.
Let's dive into it. Apparently we're looking for someone named Ellie.
Yeah, just said Ellie gotta find her. Something along the lines of that.
But I mean, like, look at this bird.
Yeah, I mean, he's chilling. Like, he's vibing.
That's the life.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder... They just have a bird chilling. I wonder if he'll fly away.
I don't know.
We'll come back to that rock, and, like, I hope he'll still be there.
I hope he's always there. That's
Yeah.
my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I could hear each of her breaths getting shorter and shorter.
Is he still talking about his wife?
My story.
Maybe?
I'm assuming it's his wife, because we're still looking for Ellie, but he said... Oh, wait, didn't we read that? Somebody enjoyed long walks on the beach, or did he say that himself?
I don't know. I think he said that. But wait. He just said he watched this individual die. So if that's the case, why are we looking for her? So maybe Ellie is the daughter and the wife died.
Mm-hmm, that's what I was thinking.
What's on this? That's a telescope? Can we look in the telescope?
Oh,
Oh. There's a bird on that boat.
maybe it's the same bird on the rock. Maybe he's meeting us everywhere.
That bird is our spirit guide.
I hope.
I hope we can find some corn chips to give it.
Hopefully. What's
Oh,
over there?
hi.
Yeah, what's over there?
Hi, friend. Are you leaving? No? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he went back in the water.
Well, that's rude.
Yeah,
I
guess
wanted
we
to
can
feed you
look,
corn
yeah,
chips.
we can look around and see what's in the area up here. Some more weird writing. What?
Okay.
So our name is Andrew?
I guess.
What is that voice? Get out of my head.
Alright, so something tells me we're on the right way now.
I hope so.
What's down here?
There are triangles, there are corpses. Oh, and there's a path. No, it's not. That is not a path.
Is there just rocks right there? Yeah, okay. Those are just rocks.
I guess let's go through the door. Does it work from both sides? Yes, it does. Oh. Oh.
Teleport. Oh, wait. This is the big old Washington Monument I said that was out there, I think. Looks like it got some legs, though.
Oh. It's standing.
Beware the existence of mine.
Just another achievement. Let's go. It walks.
It walks.
It certainly does walk. Where is this thing? Oh, that's
Take me with you.
not what I thought the foot was really gonna look like. Like 3 appendages.
Take me. Take.
Oh, we
I
can't
wanna
go in the
go.
water.
No. That's rude.
You don't know.
He's moving.
Will you let us through now? We woke him up.
No. You're not even actually in my way. You're not even actually in my way. Just let me. This.
You think this invisible wall will hinder me? No.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
This is homophobic. We should call HR.
Let's call. I'm gonna write a very
Strongly worded email.
No. That was close.
That was close.
Yeah, we were close.
I'll do anything.
Aren't you vaguely unset? Oh.
You talking to me? You talking to
So,
me?
Oh.
What's it? Did we just get...
Did you just yeet me?
I guess it just... Maybe it teleported somewhere.
Bruh, did I say I was done there?
Yeah. I guess it said you were done.
You know what? Now I don't want to help you.
There's always looking for my honor, man.
That's it. We're leaving.
And that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in live every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. and catch us on our YouTube for additional segments, extended footage, and so much more.
So much, so much, 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 more.
Yeah, not much more. All Systems Go is signing off.
Have a good night, everyone.